All right, what's going on, y'all? This is gonna be the first episode of our podcast. We currently don't have a name yet, but this is just gonna be us, having open topics and discussions about just relationships, life, financial situations. We go over political things. We're not too much into politics, but a couple of things as far as like what's going on with the current climate and things that people are currently going through, as well as with the quarantine. You can call me Mr. LA, and you wanna introduce yourself.
Yeah, you call me Nesto. That's it.
That's all right, and that's
Nesto.
nice though. Yeah, so we appreciate you tuning in. If you're listening, this is our first episode. Like what I said, we don't have a name yet, but we'll find one eventually as it goes on. So the first topic we're gonna get into is BLM. If you're familiar with that, that's Black Lives Matter. So we just want to hear you guys' opinions about it, and we want to, we're gonna kind of give our opinions about it. I'm sorry. And so, if you can relate, if anything, make sure to leave a comment or just kind of spread your opinion on it. So just based off my opinion on Black Lives Matter, I feel like it's a positive thing, and it's uplifting people who don't have a voice. I mean, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, my opinion on the Black Lives Matter is my opinion on the Black Lives Matter is I feel like it's what they're trying to do. In my opinion, they're trying to continue on what the civil rights leaders did in 1960s and 50s, around that time area. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. I feel like they're trying to continue on the fight for equality in the black community.
Right.
And basically the prejudice against black people being targeted by different people, different law enforcement, for example, like banks or that, like discriminating against black people.
Right.
So I basically feel like the Black Lives Matter movement is basically fighting for black rights. It's giving the black people that don't have a voice.
What's your opinion on the riots, though? What's your opinion on that? You feel
The
like
riots.
that's justified?
I feel like, well, the protester, yes, I
Okay.
understand the protester. I feel like, yeah, protest because the thing is, you want to get your point across
Right.
by protesting and saying what you don't like, what you want to change.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
But the rioting and destroying property, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one at all.
You feel that
You
that's
know,
taking it too
that,
far.
that,
So
that
you feel like that, like as far as the rioting goes, my fault not to cut you off, but you feel like them breaking in the stores and they feel like that's like that's a negative effect. You agree with that,
that's a
right?
negative effect.
Yeah.
I don't think that has anything to do with fighting for your rights. In fact, now you're causing more damage than instead of fixing a problem, now you're doing damage, and you're making a bigger problem now.
Yeah.
Especially for people who's putting stores in your communities, putting businesses in your
Like the
communities.
mom and pop shops. Yeah.
Yes, the little stores in your communities, you're destroying it now. Why would you want your neighborhood to be destroyed because of incident instead of fighting for equality? Instead, you rather destroy your community. I don't think that's cool. Don't destroy your community.
I agree with that.
Please, let's try to build our communities up. Let's try to keep our communities safe and try to keep each other safe so we can feel comfortable in our own communities. This fight is basically to be treated fairly by law enforcement.
Right.
Destroying communities got nothing to do with being treated fairly by law enforcement. So
Yeah. Yeah.
let's, stay on track here on what we're fighting for.
Yeah. And not lose track of what we
Not lose
what's the
track of
purpose.
our purpose.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna be like, hold on, what am I doing? I'm destroying my own community. Like that you grew up in since you was a kid. Like the little bodega been on been on your block for years since you was a kid. Now the little bodega is gone. Now you destroyed it.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
I agree with that.
So let's try to build our communities up. Especially
Not to cut you off, but just to segue a little bit. I want to segue into my next thing. Discrimination, as far as like, you have any personal experience with that, and how did you deal with that?
I believe I've been. Well, I'm not sure if I call it discrimination. Maybe racial profiling.
Okay.
When I feel like when I was like 16 years old, I feel like I got targeted a lot
Right.
by cops, and I
And
feel
you
like,
feel that was because of your color.
and I feel like, yes, I definitely feel like it was because of my color.
Right.
And it's like I hate to say it like that, but I couldn't think of any other reason why they would be harassing me the way they did. But I had cops run up on me with guns drawn.
Wow.
I had cops run up on me.
And you said you was 16.
16 years
I
old.
mean,
Yeah.
I could imagine just, like the anxiety you must have been feeling.
Yes, yes. But I realized too. I want to give let all black men out there know, if you ever get stopped by a cop, just don't fight it. Just don't try to fight the officer. Don't try to curse out the officer, but just ask the officer, what are they stopping you for? Did you do anything wrong? Just ask questions, but
Yeah.
don't respond aggressively,
Right. I agree with you on that.
because
Hell, yeah.
that's when they can actually charge you with something, with disorderly conduct. They can charge you with assault if you try to attack them. That's when they got you where they want to get you.
Right.
So if you do get put over by a law enforcement officer, just try to comply as much as possible. All right, don't respond negatively. Ask them, officer, is there a reason why you pulled me over? Did I do anything wrong? Did I say anything wrong? Ask questions.
Yeah, I feel like
All right.
those some definitely important tips
Yeah.
that that we should take into consideration.
Yeah,
But I feel like too. I mean, but what's your opinion? I don't want to feel like I'm interviewing you because I know this is both our thing.
Yeah.
We got to go back and forth. But
Yes.
I'm gonna just ask you one more thing. What's your opinion as far as discrimination goes? What's your opinion too, as far as like when there's somebody who's being discriminated against and they're doing everything properly, they're complying with everything that's being asked of them. They still feel as if the cop is still kind of being aggressive and they're still kind of treating them as if they're doing something wrong when they're complying with everything that's being asked of them. Like the same situation that kind of happened with the fresh situation that happened with the cop who put his knee on. I believe his name was George Floyd, right?
Yes. That's
Right.
the name.
Like I'm pretty sure he complied with everything that was asked of him, right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, so what do you feel? What's your situation on that when there's people around and that's watching you actually not even resist in any kind of way, and the cops still kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's your opinion on that? What's your best advice on that? You think like, just with social media being what it is, you think just asking him, make sure someone records for your safety is the best way to go about it?
Yes, I agree with it. So having someone record for your safety is the best way to go about it. But I also believe, I don't know people's personal, relationship. Do they pray or not? I'm not sure.
Right.
But I do believe you got to have a divine, you know, intervention in your life. I
Right.
believe you got to have a spiritual connection, in your life to protect you from, dangerous scenarios with law enforcement.
Right.
You got to pray and ask for that protection in the times where you feel like you're scared. Times you feel like you don't know what this officer is going to try to hurt you. But, the good thing is that we live in a generation now where it's like everyone has a smartphone.
Right.
So it's like pretty much you don't even have to have your smartphone on, and you get put over by cops. As long as you have witnesses by, a lot of times, they'll record
Yeah.
for
They'll
you
record.
to protect you.
Right.
And in some cases, some cops do keep.
Because just imagine though, when he held his knee on his neck till he
Yeah.
lost consciousness. Just imagine if no one was there to record
Just
that.
imagine no one did record that. These cops could have lied and said, who knows what happened to this man, and would have got away with it if the officers wasn't being recorded.
Right.
Like I said, we live in a generation now where it's like, things that wasn't brought to the light is being brought to the light now. So it's like we in a more digital era now where it's like nothing's being left in the dark anymore. Everything
Right.
is pretty much online,
Which is a good thing.
which is pretty much a good thing. It's for our safety, as people, not just black people, but for all people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like that you added that point
Yeah.
because a lot of people feel as if Black Lives Matter is similar to the Black Panther, and this is me not coming at the Black Panther Party or anyone else who has their own organization or movement that they're for, but they feel as if the Black Lives Matter movement is a movement that's anti-white or anti another race or anything and that so, but it's not. Black Lives Matter is just a movement to simply say that we're equal to every other race.
Yes.
Regardless
exactly.
of regardless of demographic, regardless of my as far as if I came up in poverty, you know what I mean? And
Yes.
regardless of my financial background or my demographic, we're all equal.
Yeah, all the black, like you said, I'm happy you said that. All the Black Lives Matter is we're equal. It's like you may look at us being different because our skin color.
Or our hair texture.
You might look at us being different because our hair texture.
Yeah.
You may look at us being different because of our noses, our big lips or whatever, like different features. But at the end of the day, we're all part of one race. That's the human race. So it's like
Amen
we're
to
all
that.
humans. So it's like people look at Black Lives Matter as being like an anti-white. No, it's not that. It's all it is, in my opinion, from what I see. I'm talking about the good people that's actually protesting for equal rights, not tearing stuff up. All right, is black people, fighting for, hey, we're humans too.
Right.
We have feelings too. You know what I mean? We want, to be treated fairly too. We want, to not be discriminated against by law enforcement. We not want to not be killed by law enforcement. We want to be treated fairly. You know what I mean? Like, to our, other race counterparts. We want to be treated fairly because at the end of the day, we're all human.
Right.
We're all human.
Yeah, we all bleed blood.
Yeah.
We all have families. You know, yeah.
And we don't want to be treated like animals in the street and we get, dogged out like an animal. We're human. That's all about Black Lives Matter is to me. They pretty much want to continue on the march of the civil rights. Martin Luther King started with Marcus Garvey. All our civil rights activists, Rosa Parks, all of them that came before us. They want to continue it on, but like now they have a new name for it, but they want to continue it on.
Right.
That's all they want to do.
I mean, so what do you feel is the resolution? Like, what do you feel is going to be, like, the thing that actually gets something done as far as like like all of the brutalities that's happened with discrimination that's still going on to this day, with people not receiving the same equal opportunities in jobs, as far as like, I mean, we've seen it, so it's not like we're making these things up. So what do you feel is going to be the resolution?
Well, it's tough, man. It's real tough because it's like it makes me wonder sometimes. You know what I mean? Will racism ever stop? In America, it makes me wonder. Will we ever be able to just get along and not discriminate against one another? It makes me wonder.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, will we ever just get it together one day? Will we ever?
Right.
You know what I mean? But I feel like the fight we're fighting for now is, kind of like a starting place. Even though we started this years ago with the civil rights, I feel like we're trying to get there. We're trying to. We already getting some rights now. We
Right.
have it so now in New York State they can't discriminate against your hair.
Which is good.
Which
Yeah,
is good.
that's a
You heard
step in
about
the
that one, right?
direction. Yeah, I heard about
Yeah,
that one. You
they
told
can't
me
discriminate against you. You have an afro hair texture, they can't discriminate against it. If you have dreads, they can't discriminate against it. They can't discriminate against your natural hair texture. As long as it's kept, it's not unkempt. It's kept up together. It's neatly trimmed, I guess. And it's neatly taken care of, clean. They can't discriminate against your natural hair texture. So we somewhat going in the right direction, but hopefully, I'm not sure. I can't give a specific time,
Right.
but I feel like the fight we're doing now, we're trying to get there. We're trying to,
Right.
but I feel like in the way law enforcement is set up, they need to just throw the whole system away and just start over.
Start from scratch.
Start from scratch all over again because the people's interaction with the cops is not good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the cops have to learn to respect the civilians. It's their job to serve and protect.
Right.
That's what a lot of law enforcement, I think, need to realize. Serve and protect. Serve and protect.
Yeah, like the rapport, everything is off.
Yeah, we got to change how we interact. And also us, too. We got to change how we interact with the cops. Cops got to change how they interact with the people.
Right.
If we can fix that, I believe we can get very far. I believe that's, a good starter place.
Right.
With law enforcement and the people. All people, not just black people, all people got to be treated fairly when it comes to law enforcement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think these cops shouldn't be so quick to shoot, especially if a situation is not, very, it's not a dangerous environment. They shouldn't be so quick to pull the trigger on people. That's not good. That's not good. We want to protect as many lives as we can.
Of course.
All right, so
you want to go into the next one?
yeah. So what impact do you want to have? Me, I want to have my impact to be on people is to be connected spiritually to a higher power, to the Most High.
Right.
That's what I want. But then again, this is what I want. End of the day, people got to decide what they want, whether they feel like they need a divine, entity.
So you mean like a spiritual awakening?
Spiritual awakening,
Okay.
yeah. I want people to realize, listen, we're not here to just do what we want to do. We have to realize we're being watched by a divine power. That's, in my opinion, that we have to realize that, if we pray, I believe you can be protected against a lot of negative stuff that's happening out here. You can be protected once you
Right.
pray. I believe that God will protect you with divine intervention
I agree with that.
for a lot of stuff.
I agree with that myself too. Coming from
Yeah,
me myself being a God fan man as well, and
yeah,
I can't speak for anyone else
yeah,
who has their own beliefs, and that's me not coming at anyone. But I agree with you on that completely. No, prayers definitely do work, and when you have faith and understand that there's a higher power than yourself, I feel like you're able to ascend to certain levels.
yeah,
That I mean, my fault. You wanted to say something else?
yeah. 'Cause I feel like we can't do it. We can't fight this war alone. I feel like it's not a battle we can win on our own.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like I feel like you gotta have divine force in your life. You have to in order to really be feel safe out here. Feel like you know what? I believe I'm gonna be okay today.
yeah,
I believe I'm gonna be okay today. As long as you pray, have that divine, energy from the Most High in your life. I believe you'll be okay. As long as you pray. That's for anybody. Not doesn't matter what race you are.
right.
I believe you gotta have, you know, a spiritual connection. Doesn't matter what race you are. Like I said, I'm not trying to speak for everybody. 'Cause I don't know everybody's personal, spiritual connection. But I feel like it's not a bad idea. You know what I mean? If you don't believe, to start believing today in a higher power that could intervene in tough situations in your life. Not just
Right.
with law enforcement, but any tough situation in your life. By being a new parent, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
getting married, buying a house, buying a car, anything, you want to have that divine guidance to
Right.
guide you in the right direction. When life is tough, you know what to do next. You want to have that divine guidance. You want to. And I believe the impact I want to have is to show people, listen, it's a higher power. There's a higher power, It's forces out here that we don't see. It's energies out here that we don't see.
Right.
You know, it's forces out here, energies out here that we don't see.
I mean, so what do you feel people can do though? I mean, just someone who didn't grow up with they feel to have I feel like have a connection with God. What do you feel would be the first thing to do? Like to pray, to open the Bible. What do you feel would be the first thing to do?
Well, like you said, first thing I think they should do is just open the Bible, read a page or two. If you read just a page or two, 3 pages, you know what I mean? Like, and just slowly a page a day,
Right.
2 pages a day. I believe that's not going to hurt you at all. You know what I mean? To get an understanding of, of life, an understanding of, all right, so there is a power that created this.
Right.
There is a force that's bigger than everyone on this earth that created everything here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this start small, start with a simple prayer. Close your eyes one day and just say, God in heaven, protect me and my family. Start small. Like I said, but I don't know everybody's personal connection, but I don't think that's, a too much to ask prayer, and to say, please, God in heaven, protect me. That's
Right.
it. I believe that would get you a starting place, towards building a spiritual connection,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
protect me and my family.
Something small. Yeah.
Something small.
Got you.
You have to say nothing like real, extreme or long, 20 minutes, just start small.
I mean, so yeah, just like the, kind of getting into closing. The way the quarantine. Let's just get on that. As far as the quarantine, the way I feel like the quarantine has helped me personally, as far as my self development, I feel like it helped me. It helped my entrepreneur drive as far as just wanting to work more on building my own things rather than just depend on a 9 to 5 as far as like waiting for certain things to happen. Cause like I feel like this quarantine, like, the way it hit every state, it made a lot of people realize that you can, if you don't have multiple sources of income or you're not just building your own brand, that you can lose what you have like that. I mean, you agree with what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with you. I feel like this quarantine really
I think open a lot of people's eyes.
opened a lot of people's eyes and I realized that, that you can't always depend on your government to take care of you.
Right,
You have to, find other ways to make money.
right,
You know what I mean? You got to find other ways to make money. 'Cause I feel like, nowadays in this day and time, a 9 to 5 is not cutting it. A 9 to 5 is not set up for you to make $1 million.
right,
A 9 to 5 isn't set up for you to, retire in your 40s. You know what I mean, or your 30s. It's not set up for you to retire early.
You feel like the 9 to 5. I mean, you feel like it's like the hamster wheel. You feel like
Yeah, it's like
where you just keep running the
Yeah.
whole hamster wheel, and then, until you, I guess you get tired out.
till you get tired out.
Like there's no end goal.
There's no end goal at all.
Yeah.
Because the one thing, I remember I read about Warren Buffett. It's like, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work till the day you die. You will continue to work forever.
That's a powerful quote.
If you don't find a way to make passive income while you sleep, that's why I believe it's important for everyone, not just black people, but for everyone to invest. You know what I mean? Find a project. Like, first of all, invest in yourself.
Yeah.
I feel invest in your education, teaching yourself a new skill, even if it's like public speaking. Teach yourself a new skill. Teach yourself, how to fix things. Teach yourself a new skill. How to something that will benefit you in the long
Something
run.
that can become lucrative down the line.
That become lucrative.
Right.
Because I know a lot of people during this quarantine, they lost a lot of money. But guess what? During this quarantine, a lot of people gained a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of people with skills gain a lot of money. Like, I seen people on the street, they had their own like little car wash business, making a killing. They was making so much money just watching people cars during this quarantine, just watching people cars, just watching everybody cars that came by. They just put them over and start washing their cars. I'm
Right.
like, you got to be forward thinking. You got to think creative with this.
Right.
You got to really think creative. All right, so what can I do? Like, start a YouTube channel, start something. You know what I mean? Talk about your skills, your personal skills, and share it with the world. I believe that, during this quarantine, it's like it's an important time to invest in your skills, invest in your knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Find out what can you learn. Like, try to
I
focus on.
mean, you personally, so what are some of the things you feel like it helped you with as far as like just, do you feel like it increased your drive, or do you feel like it changed your mindset any kind of way, or do you feel like you already had the same mindset going in, but you feel like as if it helped you to kind of accelerate to the next level?
I would believe this quarantine kind of helped me get to the next level.
Right.
Because that made me feel like,
Because I know you already have like an entrepreneur mindset. And you already have like the mindset of building your own, from everything from the ground up. So I already know you're pretty ambitious as it is.
yeah. So it helped me realize that, you know what? I mean, I've been noticed this, but now, especially in this day and time, I feel like now is the perfect time to invest in yourself.
Right.
Find out how can you grow. Like, for example, you want to start an online store, sell different products. Even if it's drop shipping, that's a good one too. You want to do drop shipping, you can find a site to source your items from. Like, start an online business, a Shopify store, something like that.
Right.
Because people always want products, new products, stuff like that. Cell phones, stuff like that.
That's
Yeah.
smart. E-commerce. Hell yeah, that's
E-commerce.
smart. Yeah.
So it's ways to work on yourself. This is the perfect time, I feel like, to really reevaluate. How can I bring value, to the market? How could I grow my skills?
Right.
How could I invest in myself? That's one of the best investments you can make is in yourself.
Yeah.
And learning new skills, learning how to speak to people, learning how to take the skills you have and make profits off it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, grow your income from skill, from skills. Yes, from skills.
Yeah.
Because even before this whole 9 to 5 system, people had a barter system. You know about the barter system?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
used to trade items. Like, they
right.
had farms. They used to trade eggs. Used to trade rice. Even in China, rice used to be like, what's that word? Like a hot commodity.
Right.
Rice. You know about it, right?
Wow.
They used to trade rice.
I didn't know it was a high commodity.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
not a hot commodity, but it was like a form of money.
Right.
Rice. It was that valuable.
It was considered currency.
Currency, yeah.
Okay.
So it was that valuable. You could have something that's valuable. You could trade it, for cash and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta find a skill. Find a skill that you could trade for profits. You know what I mean?
So, and you said also, like, just to make sure I kind of emphasize on that one part you said, something that you enjoy.
Something you enjoy.
Like, it can't be something that you feel as if you're miserable doing it, or you
Yeah.
feel as if you're forcing yourself to be motivated to
Yeah.
do it, right?
Yeah, something that you enjoy, doing. you can make money off of, something that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Like I said, one of the best things you can do is invest in yourself. Read books, read, books about investing in the stocks, read books about starting a YouTube channel, read books about ways how you can grow yourself, like, how to speak to people and stuff like that. Like maybe get licensed, get certifications.
Right.
It's perfect time, to go online and look up certification classes, stuff like that, and grow yourself. It's perfect time to grow yourself because the 9 to 5 field is good, but it's not meant for you to get rich. It's
Yeah.
not.
I feel that.
That's
Yeah.
where you have to invest because 9 to 5 is not meant for you to get rich, at all. It's not meant for you.
It's, I mean, so basically with like, I feel like me and you, we kind of have the same views on that. Basically, my opinion on that, and you could disagree. If you disagree, feel free to say so. My opinion on that too is that as far as the 9 to 5 thing goes, I feel like it's more so to just help you get by. In my
Yes.
opinion, you know
I
what I
agree
mean?
with you. It is help you get by.
Yeah.
That's all it is to help you get by, help you to pay your bills. Just have enough money to pay your bills, and that's it. But one thing I heard from, it's a quote from Jim Rohn:
Okay.
profits are better than wages.
Use that
You know,
again.
profits are better than wages
Profits are better. You hear that? Profits are better than wages.
because the wages is basically it's your salary set. Your salary is pretty much set,
Right.
50,000 a year. While profits, you can make an unlimited amount of profits
Right.
in your business. There's no limit. As long as your business is doing well, no limit to how much profit you can make.
Right.
So profits are way better than wages. Wages, all right, $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year. You think, Jeff